Hey everybody, I hope you are having a lovely start to your day. It is way too early this morning on my end. I'm recording this at 4:30 a.m. I woke up and I couldn't fall back asleep, and I was like, I gotta make some hybrids in Story of Seasons, and I don't know that anyone's going to want to watch that anyway, so I might as well get this done and just kind of move on with my life because there's something about making the tier 3 hybrids that just like terrifies me because it takes so long. So I was like, hey, it's mindless repetitive work. It's early in the morning. Let's do it. It is currently, I have my windows wide open and it is so foggy outside in LA right now. It's raining, drizzling. It is like the perfect cozy vibes. So sending cozy vibes your way too. I hope that you're able to relax and enjoy yourself today. And if you'd like, feel free to hang out with me as we do a little bit of farming. Get back into some of these, let's see. There we go. I am excited. It's too early for me to even order coffee from Starbucks, so in half an hour I'll need to remember to stop and order coffee. It's a necessity this early in the morning. Okay, we're looking for blue tomatoes. We'll start with those. As always, for the Gen 2 hybrids, we're gonna keep going until we do increments of 6, and then we save. So like we're about to hit 6 blue tomatoes, as you can see, so then we'll save there. The Gen 2 hybrids, they're more likely to succeed than the Gen 3, so it's just useful to get those done in batches, because generally 6 is about how many you can do without anything messing up. Once in a blue moon, though, you'll have terrible luck. Like that. Right on cue. Oh, wait, we're only doing 8. I'm so used to 12. The water blueies look so cute. Water blues. I don't know why I thought it was a water bluey. Damn it. I do think the trick blue ones are more likely to fail overall, though. Like, Gen 2 is the most likely to succeed, followed by trick blues, followed by Gen 3. Okay, we got 3, 4, 5. Six. Oh. We do have this set to max odds for success. We waited until we had an amazing luck day, and we do have maximum friendship with Vinny, which are 2 factors I believe influence the success rate of your hybrids. The question now is, do we move on to the Gen 2 or go on to the Gen 3? I think I'm gonna move on to Gen 3, which means I need doing 16 of each. So I'm going to start with the calabash. That's 16 wild turnips and 16 straw mellows. Where are the wood turnips? There they are. Dang, you're up early. I know. I couldn't fall back asleep, and I was like, you know, let's just get some farming done. Why not? You're up early yourself, Mommy Shark. What are you doing? Haven't slept yet? Oh no. Were your kids keeping you up, or were you just not able to sleep? We're just making some hybrid crops for our farm. Really reeling the money. Oops. There we go. And then straw mellows, watermelon and strawberry. Damn it. They're still awake. Oh no. You poor thing. I don't know how you do it. If someone kept me awake for too long, I think I would commit mass murder. Butch, what are you doing awake? Something tells me that you have not yet fallen asleep. Freak. I did get my 6 hours in. Fully rested, happy. I've been asleep, you're the weirdo. Okay, I'm gonna get my 10 hours. Have fun. Will do. Hope you're able to get some good sleep. No. Morning, or at least I think it's morning. Good morning, Fern. How are you doing today? You're up early. Okay, so for the tier 3 crops, I think we'll want to save every 4. Alright, yeah, Pepper decided, hey, let's wake Dad up and not let him go back to sleep. Oh no! What time is it for you, Fern? Bless dogs and their ability to keep us awake at all hours. I woke up and I panicked, thinking that my dog had a fever, but it turns out that she'd just been sleeping next to a power strip. 7:43 a.m. Okay, so basically lunchtime.
Hello, Sinner.
Midnight, good to see ya. How you doing today? Always a pleasure having you in chat. How the hell are you awake? Isn't it like 4 a.m. for you? I mean, it's 4:45-ish. But I'm weird. Generally speaking, I like to get up around 3 to 4 a.m. Like getting up at 5 feels a little late for me. But it's like so cozy and rainy today that I was like, I want some cozy farming vibes. Not read journal, write in journal. Currently doing the laundry. That's so fun. I mean, that's a lie. That's not fun at all, but that's so productive. Good for you, Kath. That's usually when I'm getting to bed most times. I used to be the exact same way. I used to like not be able to fall asleep until like 3 to 5 a.m. And then I realized that for me personally, in my case, it was just an anxiety response. I just like didn't want the next day to start. And so I'd go to bed super, super late to put off that day beginning. And when I started going to bed early and like getting enough sleep and waking up, then I'd be able to spend a few hours playing video games or doing what I want before the day started, and that made it so much more bearable. And so because of that, I was able to kind of, I don't know, reassess. Have fun with it. Wait, nope. Definitely not fun. I've been getting bitten by mosquitoes. Oh no. Mosquitoes are the worst. Don't get malaria. Dang it, regular tomato seeds. Back to try that again. You can see that. That's actually a good way of looking at it. Thank you. Yeah, everyone's different. There's people who are just genuine night owls, and that's chill. I always thought I was one of them until I eventually realized that it just was like a maladaptive coping technique on my end. And so now that I live this way, it makes things so much easier, especially because I actually have the time to like do what I want in the morning, take my time, and then not be late for everything. But boy, a lot of people in my family are night owls. It's a combo of things. Yeah, and some people just genuinely, they're meant to be up late, you know? I'm definitely not attempting to say that My reasoning is the reasoning for most people doing that. I think a lot of people just are night owls. That just wasn't my case specifically. But I'm sorry your pup got you awake. That sounds terrible. This is probably great for falling back asleep. We're making hybrid crops for our farm, and there's a chance every single time that they might fail, and we have to make so freaking many. This is going to be at least an hour-long project. Normally he lets me sleep in, but this morning he's like, nope, you're up. Now let me outside. Too funny. Dogs have such personalities. What kind of dog do you have? Wait, you posted a photo in the Discord, didn't you? Or am I misremembering things? Yeah, I did. That's right, you've got a cute pup. Oh, he knows he's cute too. It's a German Shepherd mix. I love German Shepherds. They're such pretty dogs and so loyal. What's its name? When I was growing up, we had a German Shepherd named Kirby, and it ended up getting in an accident and lost a leg. And so I remember I was like 4 or 5 and Kirby got pregnant. And I was so sad because I thought all of the puppies would have 3 legs. It's so funny what you think when you're a kid. His name is Dylan. Oh, I love that. I love it when dogs have like just typical human names like Kevin. Dylan is perfect. Dang it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so now we're able to make our next hybrid crop, squash. I had a black pug named Roscoe. He passed after almost 13 years. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it. Roscoe's such a cute name, though. I lived across the street from a Roscoe's Tavern, and I feel like, I don't know how to explain this, but that feels like it has pug vibes. Damn it, that was a Gritoma. Squash. 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 I messed that up. I think I accidentally made one too many berry mellow. Squash. Okay, we have our squashes done. Next up is our parsnips. Just Kara turn into Caro. Should near me, we actually have a place called Black Pug Brewing. It's a little pub type place. Oh, that's cute. Black Pug Brewing. I love good breweries. Okay, return. Okay, we need 15. I was lucky. And I think we need to do, we have more berry mellows we need to make, so I guess it's not the end of the world that we made one extra. Some carotons. Caros. All right. Next up, we have parsnips. Wow, is it early for you? Yes, it's very early, Devil. We're just vibing. I couldn't go to sleep, and I mean, I woke up and couldn't fall back asleep, and was like, eh, we got some stuff to do anyway. Lots of hybrids to be made. How are you doing today? Fair enough, I'm sick today and can't sleep either. Oh no! Sorry to hear it. Being sick is the worst. Parsnip. Parsnip. I hope it's okay that I posted a few of my favorite pics of Roscoe in your Discord. Oh my gosh, that's more than okay. Pet pics are always not only allowed, but encouraged. Heavily encouraged. No such thing as too many pet pics. Thank you, Fern. I'm gonna look at them in just a second. I'm gonna finish up these parsnips. Sick more often than not. A whole host of problems right now, but at least it means I have a good excuse to take it easy. Well, there is that. I mean, at least there's that kind of bright side. Oh my gosh, Roscoe is so adorable. Him on the little tractor thing is so freaking cute. I love that. It's a dog of Fern's that he posted in the Discord. So adorable. And let's see here. While I'm here, we'll do... Now I'm just going to order my coffee real quick. Get some Starbucks going. Ta-da! Okay, wait, we saved, right? Right. Okay, we got parsnips next, it's berry mellows and turnberries. Okay, berry mellows. Did all himself too, didn't even have to stage him. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. I do love animals. I know, me too, Devil. They're always so perfect. No such thing as a bad animal. Fifteen, 14, 15, and then turnberries. I grew up with dogs since I was born, so I understand them just by looking at them. Sometimes my parents will be like, why is this dog weird? And I'll say, I think she wants X, and I'm right. I love that. I have a cat now too. He's my first, so I had to learn a lot. Cats are a whole different creature. It's so funny, like, how completely polar opposite they are to dogs. Like, a dog wags its tail and it means it's happy. A cat wags its tail and it means it's pissed. They're definitely a much different creature. How are you liking having a cat? No. Oh man, why is this one failing so much? He's sort of like a starter cat, is what we joke about. He's very mellow and very affectionate and generally doesn't get into trouble beyond small naughtiness. I mean, I guess that's all you can ask for. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Why are these turnberries cursed? Yeah, I've had a few different cats over the years. Each one has been dramatically different from the last. My very first cat was an absolute complete nightmare, but all the other ones were so sweet and adorable. I really don't know what was wrong with the first one. Like, it was like we had a family cat and it had kittens, and that cat was one of the kittens, and its name was Topper. And bless its heart, like, it had a perfect life. No one ever, like, was mean to it. You know, it never got, like, hit or anything. We don't believe in that with animals. And so, like, it just lived this perfect sheltered life with, like, treats and everything. But it was just vicious. Like, it would love to scratch and claw at people for no reason. And it was just always took us by surprise. But then all the other cats were, like, so sweet, so phenomenal. I've generally always had such great luck with cats, and they're so sweet. Speaking of which, we're making catnip. He doesn't have an aggressive bone in his body either. Most cats will scratch or bite if you do something they dislike. He'll just walk a few steps away and then come right back, trusting me to not do it again. That's so sweet. Definitely shows how much he trusts you, right? Okay, catnip for days. I felt chosen when I went to meet him. Oops, 1 second. I felt chosen when I went to meet him because he was scared, but his curiosity won out over fear. And after I sat on the floor for like 40 minutes, he came over. I held out my hand for him to sniff, and he just swooshed his whole face into my palm. Oh, that's so cute. Absolutely adorable. Yeah, I think people always say like, it's a red flag if someone's not a cat person. And I get where they're coming from, because I think cats are one of those animals where it's like they demand their boundaries be respected at all times. And if you don't respect their boundaries, they're a nightmare. And so when people say they aren't cat people, it's like the little thing in the back of your head is saying maybe they just aren't good at respecting animals' boundaries. Or boundaries in general. But I don't know all the truth to that, but it always makes me giggle when I think about it. It's true, cats love to have their boundaries respected. They will let you know if you're not. My mom jokes that dogs, cats, and toddlers have always loved me. She's right. For you, there's something about toddlers that terrifies me. I don't understand what it is specifically, because like I like to think I'm good with kids, but I have like this crippling fear in the back of my head that I'm gonna break them somehow. Like I just view children as so fragile that I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna say the wrong thing, or they're gonna trip or something on my watch, and then they're going to be traumatized for life. So I always just like avoid children like the plague, because I'm like, nope, too fragile. Are we done with catnip? Yay! I mean, we're making good progress. That's 4 out of 9 Gen 3 crops. Next up is carrot turn. Little ones always stare at me out in public. I think maybe I am generally non-threatening but friendly, and they like that. Oh, that's sweet. I love that for you. Part of autism meaning I don't keep eye contact well, so I'll glance at them and smile every so often, and 2-year-olds love that. Aww. That's sweet. That's really sweet. Oops. Oh, shut up, Vinny. Yeah, it's funny how so many things like that people will say is like a dysfunction in one setting, but it can be such a positive aspect in others. People act like not being able to maintain eye contact or whatever, or not wanting to, is the end of the world. But then in other settings, it's like such a huge benefit. And in some cultures. Okay, we've got carrot turns. Next up is Picaros. My mom once said to me, look at my eyes, and I, being like 4 or 5 at the time, just went, "Mm." She laughed so hard and then gave up on it. I did, after all, follow her directions exactly. Yeah, it's funny how that works. My dad would always cackle about the fact that I would always look everywhere in the room but his eyes. Lord. Dreaming of the day that this is done. Picaro, Picaro, I love ya, Picaro. The fun fringe benefit of that is that I do not recognize people by their faces. I recognize them by voices, haircuts, and mannerisms. Oh, interesting. So if someone gets a haircut, does that really mess with it? Oh, we were so close. Dun, dun, dun. I ran into my ex's mom at an IHOP. This woman came to visit me when I was in a hospital and I had no idea who she was. Thankfully, my mom recognized her. Oh no. Had she gotten like a haircut or something? Please be better. Please, please. There we go. Jesus. It had just been several years. That's fair. She lost a ton of weight and carried herself different. Oh, that's... yeah, that would really do it. A lot of change. Okay, we got an onion. Got another onion. The carrot turn. Ugh. I hate the way that they do these hybrids. It's like game ruining to me. No. They really did just drop the ball with the hybrid part. It's so fucking annoying. Having it be one at a time and having it be a chance for it to fail. Such a waste. Such a complete waste. Like, we'll get what we need. We'll get where we need to go. God, it's gonna take forever. This is just one season. We have to do this for 4 seasons. This is what it takes to be the greatest gamer. I say with a single tear. She's one of those moms that was like, don't screw this up. To her son while we were dating, and when I broke up with him, she was like, yeah, that's fair, understandable. That's too funny. I love it when parents are like that. They're like, we understand he messed up. You did the right thing. I feel like that's how Lou probably was when you went back on marrying Rock. Yeah. I love that their heart event with Rock was like, hey, we were just wondering, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you like this? Why are you loving our son? What's going on? Although, honestly, I was still down to marry Rock. Chat was in such a tizzy though. I was like, okay, if Chat doesn't want me to, we don't have to. But I was ready. I still would have been down. My aunt was like that when one of my cousins got engaged. She was like, really? To him? Guessing him being her own son. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 9 tier 3 hybrids. We're over halfway. Next up is more berry mellows. Nope. Wrong thing. No. Yep. Oh, she loved that girl. Good head on her shoulders. My aunt was right. Things didn't work out. And it wasn't my cousin's fault. Damn. I remember one of my friends when she started dating this guy. They were getting along so well, and her family sat her down and said that if they ever broke up, they'd understand it was her fault. I was like, God damn. Brutal. Very lucky to not have had any bad breakups like that. Okay, we have berry mellows plus tomatoes. Tomato plus turnip. We're getting down. Say with my accent really was me and not him. Sorry, Vince, I'm just a lesbian. It'd be like that. Sometimes you need to date someone to figure it out. Yeah, I remember reminds me of the time my best friend Melanie came to visit me in LA. And we decided to go out to like a stand-up night. And it was like the two of us together, and we didn't realize it was an amateur night, and most people there were there because they were telling jokes. So we were literally the only crowd audience members, and everyone decided that they would try to like riff with us and see if they could like do crowd work. And someone was like, "So are you two a couple?" And immediately she was like, "No, he's gay." And I was like, "Correction, we were dated." Then I realized I was gay. I ostensibly like men, but only until a 40-year-old butch walks into the room and I am forced to acknowledge that I've been fawning over a pale imitation of that which I truly desire. Oh my gosh, you and Butch have so much in common. Good for you, though. No. We keep on getting these frickin' failed hybrids. I love this game so much, and I love having the tier 3 crops. It's just the hurdle of getting them that makes me want to scratch my eyes out. Why? Why does this game hate us? For real though, I don't know why they kept this system in place where it's one hybrid at a time and they have a chance to fail. It's obnoxious the way they chose to do it, for sure. I know it kills me. But on the bright side, I just had to buzz in my coffee. And it's Tornado. I feel the same way about it that I did when this series tried out mining nodes. You could only hit a limited number of times per day. The intention was to add randomness and possibly make things take a bit longer, but the reality is that everyone just save scums it. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to just like, I don't know, let so many hybrids fail when it costs so much money to get them. It cost me like 25k to get all the seeds for this. I'm not going to like let 30% of them go to waste. Maybe this is a sign that I should just not do so many. Ugh. Oh my god. I'm gonna rip my hair out. Oh my gosh, Zay, thank you for the raid. How was stream going for you? Raid. Good to see you. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Zach. I'm a comfy, cozy gamer. Today we're doing some super grindy work in a farming game, mixing hybrid crops together. So pretty chill, great for if you're wanting to fall asleep. But thanks for the raid. It's so good to see you. I was surprised to see you up this early, but I was glad I could catch some of your stream before I had to go live myself. Zach, what's good, sir? Everything's good right now, especially because I actually just got the notification that my coffee's here. So I'm gonna be right back. I need to go grab my coffee from the door. And I'm back. What's everyone up to? Any fun plans today? Turnip. How's it going? So far, so good. I'm clawing my brains out, trying to make all these hybrids for my farm. This game is so fun and so good in so many ways. The only downside is that you can only make one hybrid at a time, and there's a chance they fail. So we're save scumming it because we have to make so many. I just woke up. I gotta get up myself. I don't know how y'all wake up and just stream. When I wake up, I'm like wide awake. My eyes open and I am ready to do math or whatever. It's probably a blessing. I forget that not everyone is like that. Try to get myself out of this rut funk and get some stuff done and 3D print some things. Oh, nice. What do you like to 3D print, Fern? Playing dice, drinking coffee, peeping on peeps. Love it. Takes me at least 5 to 7 business days to wake up fully. Wild. Yeah, literally, I would say 5 minutes max is how much it takes me. Like, typically the first thing I do when I wake up is I take my dog out and then I brush my teeth. So by the time that's done, I'm completely awake and ready to go. Although this is putting me back to sleep. Why they thought this was a good idea, I have no idea in terms of game mechanics, but if we want to be the best, we gotta do the grind. Fair turn. And our first failure in a little bit. At least there's coffee now.
Party!
Secret Grove, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the fam. We do a lot of comfy cozy games as well as horror, like two complete opposite sides of the spectrum, but you can find all of it here on this channel from typically mornings and nights. It's much earlier than we typically stream, but I expected that there would be a lot of hybrids to make. Yeah, that's how I meant Zach. Yeah. Yeah, Yaya in particular keeps introducing me to people, and it's always a good time. He's got a good taste in streamers. Is anyone up to anything fun today? Oh, but also, sorry. I'm sitting here acting like I'm fully awake. I'm probably not. If you need to raid and run, by all means, do so. Take care of yourself after your stream. If you aren't able to stick around, no worries whatsoever. Appreciate your presence for the moment. And if you do decide to stick around, then thank you, and look forward to getting to know you better. But do what you gotta do. I call Yaya a pimp. I mean, it makes sense. Little networking king. I mostly print functional things, but I'm getting into fidgets and toys and whatnot. I also 3D print assistive tech for people with disabilities or people who need it. Chapter leader for this organization called Makers Making Change. Oh, that's so cool. Very cool. Assistive tech, like, could you give me an example of what assistive tech might look like that can be 3D printed? I just can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I imagine there must be a lot. Damn it. No, not all of these hybrids failing. Disabled person, love that. Yeah, for sure. That's so cool. Okay, radish. Radish. I can't move my neck at all, so I bought like a special made cup that makes it easy for me to drink even without needing a straw, since they're trying to ban straws in my state. Ugh. It's so stupid with the straw bans and everything. People act like it's straws that are like causing an end to the world, when really it's like, oh, maybe we should check out like the thousands and thousands of gallons of oil being in the ocean. Literally anything from light switch extenders, controller modifications. Oh, okay. I don't know why in my head I was thinking like 3D printing hearing aids, and I was like, you can do that? That makes so much sense. It's really cool. What made you kind of decide to get into that? Like, did you come across it and then thought you'd give it a try, or? It's a really admirable project. I always just get so fascinated seeing like what gets a person onto that path. If you don't mind my asking. I feel like whenever someone does something really cool, there's always like a certain aha moment where they decide to go for it. You can print the shell of it and then add the electronics. Yeah, that's fair. I literally love talking about it, and I love when people ask questions. Okay, good. I always like to double check and just say sorry and make sure it's okay, but I figured you probably were a fan of talking about it. Oops. Every proposed alternative to plastic straws has a problem as well. Paper straws are biodegradable. Yeah, I know, it's biodegrading in my drink. Metal straws are reusable and unusable if your beverage is too hot or too cold or you have a metal allergy. Yeah, for real. I really think people just need to accept that straws are around. They're not the end of the world. It's fine. No. We're almost done with the tier 3 hybrids, and that's the hardest part. Okay, cranberries are done. Next up is potamello, melon and potato. No. So I started 3D printing in October of 2023. I'd never heard of a 3D printer before, but I knew it looked fun and exciting, and I wanted to dive into this rabbit hole / ADHD side quest. And I'm glad that I did. I got help on what... oops, a second. Glad I did. I got help on what my first printer should be, and as soon as I got it and set it up and printed my first print ever, I was hooked. Now, among all of the fidgets and keychains and trinkets that you can print with a 3D printer, me being me, I said, how can I use this to not only help me, but help others as well? Oh, that's cool. I love that. And that's genuinely so cool. Yeah, I totally agree. How neat. It's always nice finding people working for a cause. Thank you all. No, thank you. That's so cool. I love seeing how technology can end up helping create more accessible alternatives to things. It's so nice. Immediately fail. No. Okay. I mean, this is our second to last tier 3 hybrid. We just have to survive. But we will not be able to because we keep failing. I myself have cerebral palsy, so I actually use the devices too, and I can also show people how they work and offer help. Oh, that's so cool that you're able to like demonstrate how it's useful. And I imagine that's actually, damn it. I imagine that's extremely useful for figuring out like what would be good to create, right? Like having the lived experience of knowing like here are the things that could really benefit from like a little addition or modification or something like that. Because a person can have all the best intentions at heart, but like if they don't have the lived experience, I do think there are certain things that they might miss, you know? And so being able to advocate for a community and like show the things that worked for you and provide them to other people, that seems like such a cool way to make just the world a little bit brighter of a place. Okay. We're nearing the end. Thank you all for your patience. I did not expect anyone to sit through this. Partially why I did it so early in the morning. I was like, no one's gonna want to watch this, so let's just do it when everyone's asleep. Though it might be nice to help a person fall asleep. Zach, I'm in pain. I'm dying. I mowed the lawn still, though, and did my errands. Now I'm dying even more. Oh no, Nuggy, don't die. What would Butch do? Save yourself. Cuddle up in bed with some coffee and watch me play video games. Takaro, tomato plus carrot. A lot of people just like to make money and take advantage of the disabled community and never know what it's like to live with a disability and go, oh, I have a solution, upcharge the item 10 times, line their pockets, and never be seen again. Yeah, no, for real. The way that people prey upon the disabled as a way to make money is genuinely disgusting. My mom had MS and lupus, and so like growing up, she was disabled. And seeing the way that like people would upsell things that were just kind of necessities and like really didn't take that much work is just so frustrating to see. It's amazing that people can do that and have the ability to sleep with themselves at night. I'm PC eating a tuna roll and chilling as I watch you. Ah, yay. Like I just found a model for 3D printed tips for Crayola crayons that tell what color it is in Braille. That shit should be standard. Yeah, for real. Oh my god, disabled people, ... besties? I found my people. Yes, you did, Nuggy. Welcome to your community. Special badge, I can park anywhere I want. Nice. That was actually one of the hardest things for me about getting used to once I moved out from my parents was that like my entire life I lived with people who had disabilities. So like first it was my mom, then like my aunt and my grandma. And so when I would drive, like they would always be in the car with me, so I'd always have to park in like disabled parking spots. And like we had like the disability placard like on the license plate, so you didn't even have to worry about putting it up. Um, and so then when I moved out, I had to like remember like, oh yeah, it's just me driving by myself. Like you can park in the back of the parking lot. Like it seems like such a small stupid thing, but like when you're doing that every single day when you're going anywhere, it's like just muscle memory almost. So it was so funny having to be like, you are fine. You need to park other places. Life is good. Unfortunately, also fortunately, Avi, I don't have a disability where to look at me, it's not obvious. So many people look at me like I'm just parking there and judging me. That's so annoying. You never know what a person's going through. And also, like, I feel like one thing that people just never seem to understand too is that people who need like mobility assistance, whether it's like a wheelchair or a walker or anything else, they can also, there's a good number of them that can also walk fine sometimes, you know? Like I went to, like one of my friends growing up was in a wheelchair with cerebral palsy, but she could sometimes walk. It's just that you can't rely on the fact that you'll be able to walk every single time, or that you'll be able to walk through like the entire trip through an entire grocery store. So it's just good to have plans in place to kind of protect yourself. It's just no one's business. Honestly, I had this old man come up to me and my mom the other day and we're like, this is a disabled bot. Just because you're lazy doesn't mean you can park there. He soon shut up when I pulled out the card and showed him my picture on it. Looks like I get when I'm having a good day and can walk with little difficulty and walk from the spot. Like, not every disability is visible, yet you're 100% visible in life. Have the day you deserve. For real. I can walk very short distances. I can get around the house most of the time, but if I'm going to a store, I need my chair. Yeah. Like, everybody's different. Everybody has different mobility issues. For my mom, some days the MS and lupus was good enough that like she didn't need any help with anything and she was happy to be able to walk. But even then, sometimes her legs could just give out. So she needed to park next to the entrance. She needed to, you know, have the cart. She needed to sometimes use one of those like mobility assistance things. And people would sometimes act like she was being lazy, but it's like, it literally doesn't affect you. You don't know what people are going through. And if people can walk, it's not like an all or nothing thing. It's not like you either can walk or you can't. You know, it's varying shades of gray, and people shouldn't have to suffer just so that you don't have to see a disability. Or like anything to indicate disability. Like today I was struggling with walking, so I was walking like I was disabled. And I didn't get any looks all, but on the days I can, I just get out of the car and walk. Ooh, the judgment. Yeah, I'm glad that as a community here on Twitch and this channel, we're very like kind and accepting of people with this kind of stuff. I like seeing that. I have had two radically different but equally frustrating experiences while using my wheelchair. Some people are very nice, but like weirdly nice. Nice in a way that they absolutely wouldn't be if not for me being in a wheelchair. People will speak to my mother instead of me or talk to me like I'm a very small child, and some people are openly disgusted at my existence. Dude, the way that we infantilize people with disability is frustrating as all shit. Like people will act like they're just not even a person, like you're talk to their handler or something. And it's like, bruh. Stephen Hawking is like the smartest person in the world and he's in a wheelchair. Like, you think that just because someone's in a wheelchair, they can't have a conversation? A type of CP is called spastic hemiplegic cerebral palsy. My whole left side is affected versus how most people view CP as it just affecting legs. Oh, interesting. I didn't know about that. I mean, I'm sorry to hear it, but I had no idea that was like an option. Not an option, but like one of the possibilities. One time a woman walked up to my mom in a McDonald's and said, "Oh, she's so cute." And I said, "Thank you." And she went, "Oh, she talks. She looks like a little doll." And I'm just, oh my God. So this reminds me, there is actually a term for this. So, as some of you know, I am a social psychologist. I study prejudice and discrimination. And one type of thing, like one common misconception, is that prejudice is always like negative views and negative stereotypes or something. Like, I don't know how to put it, because it's not like we're not talking about positive things here, but there is this kind of like other version of prejudice and stereotyping called benevolent prejudice. And it's where people are like going over and above, like so nice and so sickeningly sweet, in a way that shows that they really don't view you the same as a typical person, and they're like actively othering you for it, which is also equally, not equally, but like it's a different type of damaging that can make people feel completely isolated and alone in social settings. And people don't seem to get that. Yes, my disability is largely linked to my weight issues, but because of other health conditions, it made my weight spiral. That then caused issues in my walking and mobility. There may be a chance that once the weight is sorted, which it's getting there, I've lost like 80 pounds, the mobility issues may get better. My best friend's little sister has CP, but she's got a severe case where she can't walk or talk at all. She's such a happy soul, always laughing. Love her. Infantilization can be just as damaging as it often leads people to disregard our autonomy. Yeah, 100%. Like, the way that you infantilize people not only makes them feel othered and discriminated against, it also has been linked to different things like inflammation and body tissue. Social isolation and othering does have actual physical ramifications for the individual experiencing it. In fact, research has found from like Naomi Eisenberg and other top social neuroscientists that when people experience rejection or social isolation, it actually makes them take longer to recover from inflammation and other types of bodily issues. That's so fucked up that it's laughable. Oh, she can talk? Like, what the fuck? Yes, I can talk, bitch. Want to hear me call you a dickhead? I love you, Nuggy. My mom and I were cackling as that woman walked away. I was like, what else can you do at that point? When I'm a full-grown 33-year-old man and get talked to like I'm a toddler. It's all just so ridiculous. That infantilization just grinds my gears. It makes me so mad. It's extra weird that she thought I looked like a doll because I'm an obese bald butch. You know, bless her heart. Sometimes you can just, there's nothing really to say. People are just stupid. Oh, and wait, I forgot to mention, like, Nuggy, in regards to your comment related to weight, also, who gives a shit if any mobility issues are related to weight? You know what I mean? Like, someone could be 600 pounds, they still deserve to be able to, like, navigate society comfortably. It's no one's business. It makes me so mad when people are like, that's your fault because you're overweight. It's like, bitch, you don't know why someone's overweight. A lot of the times there's a multitude of factors, including mental health, physical health. Like, my cousin was the healthiest person I know. Like, she did kayaking, sports nonstop, but she had a thyroid issue that made her gain weight. And so even though she was like ridiculously fit and could run like a 7-minute mile, people looked at her and thought that she was fat. And I mean, she was, but like, she was super healthy. It was just a thyroid issue. But people get so weirdly judgy about it. Oh, I know, but I'm just meant I don't have CP or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you're valid. Also, once you get to be a certain size, it becomes almost impossible to lose that weight. There's so many different, like, converging factors that can lead to weight gain, or, you know, not even weight gain, but someone's homeostasis could be much larger than the typical person. And that's fine. Like, shockingly, they deserve to be a person that exists with dignity and respect. Like, it costs nothing to just let people live in peace. Thing, I don't view disability as, oh, you're more disabled than someone else. Disabled is disabled, and it's all seen and all valid. I completely agree. It's like people talk about like trauma Olympics or something, you know? Like, no need to compare experiences. Everyone's going through shit. Everyone who has a disability is living in a society that's like diametrically opposed to them living in peace and comfort. It's just nice to find community to be able to discuss that with. No, we were so close. Good morning, Dino. How are you doing today? Y'all, we finally have all of the tier 3 hybrids for spring. It took us so long. It took us over an hour and a half. But we got them. Now we just have to do all the Gen 2 hybrids. Oh, dear God. No, I don't mind talking about it. I have PCOS with insulin resistance, which has caused some crazy hormone issues, which meant that the hormone in my stomach lining would send signals to my brain that I was constantly hungry, even if I just ate, which as a kid I didn't understand that I just ate until I was sick. But also that hormone issue made it so that my body was constantly kind of like I was getting ready to hibernate, if that makes sense. So keep the fatty stuff, get rid of the good stuff. Oh, yeah, that's fair. It's amazing to me, like, how little PCOS is talked about because so many people have it. Like, it's a lot more common than society makes it out to be, in my opinion. Like, I've had so many friends have to discover after years of suffering that they have PCOS, and it's like, really? You couldn't just, like, make this easy for people to understand earlier on? So far doing okay. I've been up since now, so hardly any sleep, but I'm good. Oh no! So many people are suffering from lack of sleep today. I feel bad. Zach, I'm not trying to self-promo, but can I give a little blurb? Of course, Ferndog. More than welcome to. And I appreciate all of you having such a great conversation this morning and being so respectful. To me, first and foremost, I would like to have a community around where we're all able to, you know, find community and feel validated and supported. So having people be able to be open and honest and vulnerable about these situations and be respected and supported through those conversations is something I really value. I appreciate you all for being part of that. Getting diagnosed with PCOS is just having somebody tell you, hey, you got syndrome. This affects a bunch of people, but we're not going to actually do anything about it unless it starts to kill you. Oh, for real? That sucks. I think I was thinking of a cousin who got it and had to have some kind of surgery or something. But I also think it was a pretty severe case, so that tracks with what you're saying. Okay, watermelon plus turnip. I've been overweight my entire life, even though I did every single sport, etc. I was diagnosed at 13, but no one gives you information on it, so I just had no idea what it was doing to my body. I now have stage 2 liver disease, early signs of kidney problems, weight issues, insulin resistance, and I got more male hormones than most guys. That's a joke, but I do have a crazy amount of male hormones for a girl. Yeah, so they just didn't really give you much of any understanding of what was happening? That's so frustrating. You think that they would really make it clear what's going on and things to watch out for, symptoms to watch out for. Weirdly lucky in that I have several very high risk factors for reproductive cancer, so I qualify to get it all taken out if I want to. Most people are not given that option even if they want it. It's so sad that we live in a society where it's a conversation like this could lead someone to say I'm lucky that I have high risk factors for reproductive cancer. You know, I'm glad that you're able to get the treatment you want, and I'm not trying to deny that, but it's sad that it has to get to such a severe degree for the healthcare industry to care enough to want to do something. Testosterone body hair growth is insane. I would shave my legs in the evening as a teen and hair would be visible the next day. Well, if anyone wants to give me some of that. Actually, no, if any of you want mine. I would like to never grow hair again. No, they just go, you have PCOS, you can't have children because your eggs aren't producing. If you want kids in the future, we can try metformin, but it probably won't work. Damn. Of course, it all comes down to your ability to have kids and not about your actual health or happiness. This is so true. I just gave up shaving at some point. I'm hairy, live with it. Hair's natural. People have an issue with hair. I'm just whatever. Some gay men get really weird about hair too, and I'm like, bruh, it's hair. It's fine. That's what I talk about on my streams, breaking down the stigma of disability, being a voice for the voiceless for the people who aren't comfortable talking about it. I talk about advocacy around different topics and even games, like how so many games are not accessible to everybody. I personally cannot use mouse and keyboard and have to use controller, and so many game developers put those features on the bottom of the list. I go off on tangents and rants. Yeah, everyone go follow Fern. That sounds fantastic. One of my best friends is trans FTM, and when he went for his top surgery, we joked that he could have my testosterone and I'll have his boobs. Ears are so attractive, though. Some people get really weird about like hair and especially like fat in the gay community, which I'm just like, grow up. Thank you for the shouty. Of course, Fern. Thank you for being an advocate and being so vocal about these important topics. It's led to a really nice discussion this morning. Very grateful for it. Speaking of game accessibility, I can't play or even watch someone else play a first-person game. I get crazy motion sickness. Ooh, that sucks. I don't think we do too many first-person games here, but I'll keep that in mind. Maybe that should be like a warning I put up. Also, y'all, we have all of our spring hybrids. It took us 2 hours, but we have all our spring hybrids. Discovered all the hybrid crops. Discovered rare crops. Discovered 15 rare crops. It's gonna hurt. I have to slowly work on hoeing this whole field because we're gonna have to use every single square. I've come to accept that I'm a min-maxer. I'm not even a min-maxer, I just need to have everything in a game. It's gotta be perfect. Or else what's the point? I'm demisexual and pan/lesbian. I'm not sure which one because I don't exactly love women, but I fall for the person. However, I seem to lean for women more. If that makes sense. I think with my demisexuality, I've only fell in love with women, so I'm not sure on who I'm attracted to in that regard. So either way, regardless of their body type, hairiness, or anything like that, it makes zero difference to me on if I like you. Yeah, for me personally, I'm like, nah, I really don't care how hairy someone is. Man or woman, it's like, whatever. I always try to turn off motion blur and not have my mouse sensitivity crazy high. I play games like that for that reason, like just because the person playing the game doesn't have a problem with it doesn't mean other people will. My current issue is that a game is coming out this year. It's been over 20 years since the last century, but it's a cult classic. The older games had both first and third person options. This one seems like it will only be first person. I don't have an issue with some games being first person only, but when it's a series, it feels like I'm getting kicked out of the fun that I used to be a part of. Oh, that's no fun. My friends hates baldness and will break up or tell their friends to break up with someone if they're bald, and I'm like, huh? I just don't get it. Like their hair doesn't change their personality. Yeah, baldness is one in particular that people get so weird about. I'm like, bruh, literally has nothing to do with you. Like, some people actively want to be bald. Some people don't. You know, like, either way, probably not your business. Oop. Okay, they do not want to be milked yet. Well, all of our cows are giving S-grade milk. We have all of the hybrids for spring. Everything's going good. Bestie of mine has male baldness, so he shaved his head yesterday and he slays it. Like, bald never looks so good. I love that. Some people get really, like, hung up on it or depressed about it, and I think that's totally valid and fair. But it's nice when people can get supported for it. Not feel othered. I can wear a wig, but you're still gonna be a douche canoe. I can change what's wrong with me, but nothing will change a douchey personality as how I'd respond. Yeah, that sounds about right. I lost large amounts of my hair when on a medication. It made me pretty upset and I started ripping some of it out. As a teenage girl, so I feel like my upset was understandable. Sadly, I yanked it by the roots, so it has never grown back, and now I have a bald spot on my head. I can't do anything about it, so it's like take it or leave it. Yeah, shit happens, you know? My hair has definitely thinned out as I've gotten older. Probably would not mind getting a hair transplant. Like, I still, like, I'm not bald or anything, but it's enough where I'm like, my hair's not the thickness I'm used to anymore. And I always loved my hair so much. He was feeling some type of way, but everyone in stream was hyping him up, so I think we helped his confidence, which he deserves. Nice. The fact that male pattern baldness is deemed an acceptable thing to make fun of is actually insane. It really is, though. I think a lot of things when it comes to male physical appearance are much more socially acceptable to mock. Whereas, like, I think for women, there's more people who will get upset if you mock them, and rightfully so. But that might also just be my privileged perspective as a guy showing through. I'm always self-conscious when I don't have a beard and I'm balding, but I always wear hats. Tiny penis jokes are also messed up. Yeah. So much weird shit like that. Surgery last September and my hair's been falling out in lumps and thinning badly. Common issue with the surgery, so I totally feel this, but I'm glad now you have a positive outlook on it. Hair or no hair, you are awesome and loved. For sure. It does remind me, though, of there was this one drag performance I went to with Butch, actually, and the person had male pattern baldness, and during the performance, they like took off their wig and then shaved their head on stage. And I was like, fucking baller. Here's a 20. So good. Don't even remember their drag name. I just remember how awesome that scene was. Butch, you say? I love Butch. You missed them, Nuggy. They were in here earlier. Nah, Papa Zach. Oh. Wait. What am I doing with my life? That thing you gave me the other day was good. You're so good you couldn't remember his name. Omelette du fromage. Ooh, an omelet does sound good. See, when it's genuinely a joke, that's different, but some people are way too comfortable saying it as an insult to people who don't know them like that. Yeah, for real. I'll make you a counter, Zach, for how many times you mentioned Matt not remembering food names. Listen, I'm trying to see what foods he actually loves, and if he says the food by name, then he loves it. But there's so many of them, I'll be like, ooh, I just made you some grilled fish. And he'll be like, whatever you made the other day was cool. It's like, okay, fine. All my hard work for nothing. It's fine. I'm not even appreciated in this marriage. Where did Butch go anyway? I think they finally went to bed. I think they hadn't fallen asleep yet. They were on at like 4 something a.m. Best friend and I have this thing where I'm the only person who can call him the F word, and he's the only person who can call me the D word, but if you say that kind of shit to us, we don't know you like that, we're gonna mess you up. That's a vibe. Actually, now that I think about it, there's probably different situations where I'd be fine with someone calling me the F word. But it'd have to be like clearly done in jest and unexpected. That would be the ideal way for it to happen in my book. I just kept my hair short in support of my mom. We joke around because my left side being messed up, the cancer made her right side messed up. We'd be like, we are twins, or we'd make one good body and one bad one. But being 8 years old, you had to deal with that shit somehow, for real. Be careful with the F word, because I'm British, and either F word is a ciggy or a meatball. Oh, I've never heard of the meatball part. I didn't know that was one. Interesting. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Some people, especially younger people, have gotten way too comfy with saying out-of-pocket stuff to strangers on the internet, and I have to remind them, I'm not one of your little friends, don't speak to me like that. Mood. Reach. Folks gotta understand that, like, you can't just talk that way to anyone you want. Okay, we have 999. 420. A 394. The audacity of people today is at an all-time high. I know, especially like I feel like with TikTok and stuff, like sometimes people just think it's funny to like say something out of pocket, or like when I worked at Starbucks, you'd have to sometimes worry about people like recording folks in the lobby. And it's like, okay, relax, calm down. My dad used to call me the F word when I was a kid because I was a little meatball, and when I grew up, he made the joke he made me once sexually because of that joke. He's such a prick. Soon I'll know that me and my dad have a massive love-hate relationship, and it's very personal on certain things, so my friends can't believe that I speak with my dad about stuff. You know what? As long as you're happy with the relationship, right? Do-do-do-do. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Wait, where's my kid? I call my parents by their first name, so I get people being weirded out by their relationship. I think if I ever called my parents by their first name, I would have gotten my ass beat. I don't mean that in like a trauma way. I just mean like it's just like so, it'd be so bizarre. So I feel that. But like I know some people who do it, and it's totally fine and normal for them and their parents. He's no different to my mom. Why would I not be comfortable talking to him about stuff? That's the way I see it anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think it's healthy to have such a good relationship with your dad. Clear, I did not do that as a kid. I only started doing that in my mid-20s. Fair. Very fair. Guys, where should we take our kid? Hey, you seen this? I made it. Lou, look it, I made this. Griffin, look it. Molly, look at this. I did it. I made this. Oh, welcome. Oh, what a cute kid. He's extremely cute. There. You and Hugh should be buddies. Get used to his room. Hang out here. Zach running around town shoving his baby in everybody's face and going, look what me and Matthew made. For real. They should be more excited for me. And actually stopped me while I was talking and was like, you call your mom by her first name? Story of season lots of birds. Two men get married and a baby is born between them. Someone's got a secret to share. Listen, what Molly and I did is no one's business. Although it is funny to me that in some Story of Seasons games, it's like literally the harvest goddess herself shows up and is like, oh, you two want a kid? Here, let me wave my magical wand. And now you two have a kid that's equal parts both of you. And that's how they explain gay people having kids. Morning, Yaya. No, we're not naming our baby physical evidence that I had sex with Matthew. I'm just saying, look at it, look at it. He's adorable. And Matthew's a keeper. I was joking with my dad because he hates being called a certain name because it's a nickname of his name, and I'm always like, don't be a Richard. And he's like, who the hell am I supposed to be then? It sounded way funnier in my head. Gotta love a good Richard joke. Where's my kid? I want to show him to more people. Gordy, look at what I made. Kid, where'd you go? Yeah, how's work going? Gustavo, look it.
Hey.
Cute kid, looks just like you too. Yep. Rock, look it. What a little cutie. You and Matthew must love him to bits, huh? But I gotta say, kid, I was way cuter at your age. Sorry to break it to you. Goddamn. It's going so far. Director and supervisor haven't clocked in. Nice. So you don't have to work? Hey, bud, you want a flower?
Watch.
In the newest Rune Factory, they finally added same-sex marriage. And I think it's cute that they replaced the pregnancy scenes that opposite-sex couples get with the two of them praying for a child and being blessed with one. They made sure the amount of content would be the same. That's so cute. I love that. Yeah, and in Friends of Mineral Town, they have it where it's like once you get married, you guys pray for a kid or something, and like the harvest goddess comes and is like, "Ooh, let me wave my magical wand, and you now have a child." I thought that was so cute. And yes, Nuggy, I did see that you just logged on to Pioneers of Olive Town. Bless your heart. I would never say anything though. It'll just be our secret that no one else has to know, Nuggy. Ooh, most of our shit is done. Bum, 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 bum. Nobody's gonna know. How would they know? Know that there's like an actual conversation between same-sex couples about how they want children but don't think it's possible. It's a real problem that many same-sex couples end up facing. Yeah, that's sweet. I'm glad that they put that in there. I really do need to play a Rune Factory game one of these days. But also, I need to play Pioneers of Olive Town. Nookie got it for me, and I like played a day of it. Oh my god. The bachelors were so cute and adorable, and I want to marry them. I like Clemens. I think I only met Jack and Damon, and both of them I was like, yes. Okay. I'm in. Absolutely loving the discussion this morning, and so glad that my pupper woke me up so I could join in. Yeah, me too. Thank you all for having such a nice, respectful conversation about such an important topic. I'm glad we're able to cover things like that. Makes me happy. We've got a good community here. Papa knew we needed that chat. Raina and Blair are super cute too. I like the characters in Olive Town, I just don't like the crafting. Ooh, fair. I didn't really know much about the crafting, to be fair. Or I don't really know much about the crafting. I'm having way too much fun with these farming streams. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm loving the cozy vibes. And it seems like some people do really like it. I love cozy. Yeah, it's been relaxing. Life's been hectic, and it's been nice to have some cozy stuff to fall back on. No, cow. Please. I just need milk. I like the crafting. Okay, so what's special about the crafting in Olive Town? Like, what's the pros and cons here? It's kind of like Stardew crafting, right? But I haven't played Stardew. Oh, well, get good, I guess. Fair. Thank you for the contribution, Nuggy. Glad we had this talk. You gather the material and then you craft the machines you need and stuff. Also, decorations and things can be crafted too. Oh, see, I am a sucker for a crafting system. I will say. We have so many strawberries. The makers that create the materials you need when you put other materials in them, but they take a certain amount of in-game time for the machine to make those things, so you can't just make the stuff you need right away. Oh. But for someone like me that will play through the game as fast as possible if I could, I like that it makes you wait. There. She only works on one thing at a time, so if you need a lot of one material, it takes a long time. Interesting. I do love things that like force you to kind of go slower, just because I love to rush. And so if it forces me to go at a slower pace, I feel like I get more enjoyment out of it in the long term. But I could see that being different for every person. Turn off the lights and greet your terrors. This is Frightful Fear Fest, where we shock you with the most bone-chilling tales on TV, guaranteed. Today's fright is from a young newlywed named E. Let's see what she has to say. This all happened when I was still working in an office, so it must have been about a year ago. A few other coworkers and I were out on the town one night looking to try out a new restaurant. During our search, we got lost in this weird back alley. We found a bizarre pub down there called the Monkey's Paw. A place like that sounded like it'd be pretty unique, so we figured we'd grab a bite there. When we entered, we realized that the counter was super small. It just barely fit the three of us. The owner stood at the other side, expressionless. My friends and I were talking about our love lives. We were all single, and it was pretty obvious we were all kind of bummed about that. To anyone listening, it probably seemed like we were laughing it off, but on the inside I knew we were all frustrated. Anyway, time passed as we talked until eventually the owner broke his silence. "Would you like me to grant your wishes?" he asked suddenly. The three of us looked at each other in shock. "Well, would you like me to grant those wishes or not?" he asked again after a long pause. We all silently nodded in unison this time. "Alas, I can only grant the wishes of a single person," he replied. The three of us stared at him, baffled. "What do you mean?" I asked. He stared back at me, dead serious, and said this: "I shall grant one person's wishes by sacrificing those of the other two." That is how the monkey's paw curls. The situation was so fantastical it left in me in amused disbelief. I turned to my coworkers. "So, should we give it a shot?" They seemed to be just as amused as I was, so we all agreed to do it. This was just one of those fake fortune tellers trying to entertain us. Well, that's what we thought, anyway. "Good," said the owner. "Now if you all could all exit one at a time through the rear entrance." Then he said no more. I hadn't noticed it before, but he pointed it out. But a small door stood on the opposite end of the pub. With our order decided through a quick game of rock, paper, scissors, my friends and I left one at a time. I was last. When I made my way out the door, I found myself surrounded by familiar scenery again, but the moment I was about to walk back, bam. Oh no, I'm sorry about that," said the tall, handsome man who bumped into me. That man would become my husband. My wish ended up coming true. But no one's heard from my other two coworkers since. I never did see that pub again. Weird. Each machine only think for us, Zach, it's perfect. Can't believe chapter 2 is almost over. We won't get to see baby Xander again after tomorrow. I know. He's so adorable, though. And we have an omelet to make. To give to Matthew tomorrow. Can't believe it's all coming to an end. Like, I'll give an example. The Step came out with a playtest for a new game coming out to get interest for the game, and a lot of playtest demos are like this. You can only use mouse and keyboard to play them. So right there, make me not like the game no matter how good it is. I started reaching out to devs and they all say the same thing: "Oh, it'll be in release." So I have to wait until it fully releases and buy it to even know if I can play it. Yeah, that's fair. That's annoying as hell. Again, it's probably hard to implement, but like, again, it's 2025. That shit needs to be standard. Yeah, I mean, all a person can do is spread awareness, right? I feel like a lot of people just don't even know of it as an issue. It's sad that, like, the effort falls on the disabled community to have to, like, advocate for them to be included in things. He remembered the name. Have an omelet, Matthew. A lot of people who don't have these disabilities, who are close to someone who does, will never even think about it. So disappointing. As soon as I go up to it. You don't realize how inaccessible to wheelchair users the world is until you are one. So you are one or are going places with one. For real. It's so shocking to me that that's like not a basic consideration. Even most doctors' offices aren't ADA compliant. Wild. One second, I'm gonna take a giant bite of my breakfast. What's for breakfast? I got some bacon and Gruyere egg bites from Starbucks, which are now gone. Yo, this Carberry is taking forever. I had to find a new primary because my old one moved to a new office that had a store so small my wheelchair couldn't fit through it. She specializes in geriatric patients, so I highly doubt I'm the only patient she lost. That's wild. You think that would be like one of the first things you think about? Like as a doctor of all people. Oh, wait. Oh, did Matthew? No. Reached max LP with 8 animals. I found 49 wonders. Where's my kid? Here we go, buddy. Yo, Nami, look at this. Look at this. Nami. Xander smiles like a miniature copy of Matthew's. Wait a sec, have I even seen Matthew smile before? Does he ever smile? Well, either way, it's cute. Sully, wait, Sully. Sully, come here, Sully. Oh, Sully. What do you say? Cute, strong, and healthy. Your kid's the whole package. Bring him by when he's older and I'll show him how to work out. Oh, shit. What about Kate? Kate, have you seen this? Kate, I need you to be my kid's friend. Kate. Like when you were a little bigger. You damn right. Wait, Gordy. Look at this. Gordy. Cute. Kids are real treasures. That's all you gotta say? Okay. Mhm. I need someone to help me. It's not compliant with ADA requirements. Preach. I'm going to a restaurant with my mom. They didn't have a wheelchair ramp. Literally had to bring us in through the motherfucking loading dock. That was their accommodation. That's ridiculous. So many places the automatic door button is always broken. At my GI office, they don't even have one at all. Wild.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, Romana, there you go. Take a flower. That's so wild. It's so sad how inaccessible places are. So I think San is now at least our friend, right? I'm so sad about our carberries. I can't believe that they took like all season and then some. There must be some crop I can like plant late in spring, if they even last into spring.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Come on, buddy, let's get your ass beat. Son of a bitch. No, he's kicking my ass. Got my ass beat. Surprised you haven't mixed some crops with a flower that makes it so they can grow all year round. I don't see the point, personally. Like, there's just so many different crops that you need.
Hmm.
I just make,
Hey.
stop it. I just make so many crops each season so that way I, like, can get them all. I just don't see the point in, like, having them just, like, growing one certain crop year round. Hey, Grove, how you doing? Think I've ever seen you lose. I think I lost one time before, but it's super rare because I'm just like really talented or whatever. man. This is so weird. I wonder why we've never had it where it's 3, 4, 5 different crops that didn't make it to harvest by the end of the season. What the hell? They were watered twice a day and planted on the first day in the morning. Like, I don't know what else we could have done. Plus, they were mass fertilized. Yeah, but on the hybrids? No, that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's so many hybrids to make. I just don't think it's worth having, like, some say take a long time. That's fair. But like for tier 2 hybrids, normally everything gets done within the 10 days. It's the tier 3 where it's like, can take 15 or 16. I'm not used to tier 2 ever being like a long time. All right, 6. I don't know how long is long. Yeah, that's fair. Let's see what we can make with a potato. Okay. We have the whole field tilled. Maybe there's stuff we can... Spring to summer, spring to summer. Nope, literally nothing we can plant in winter. What else can we take our kid to? This is our last day for him to be able to meet people and like... Kid, let's take you somewhere. Where do we want to take you? I guess... Well, we've taken you to Vestas a lot, but we can keep taking you to Vestas. I like your small person. Thank you, I made him. There you go. Poor little Xander. Couldn't sleep last night? No, I got like a full 6 hours. I think I went to bed at 10, woke up at 4. We'll set the alarm for early because we'll need to get a whole bunch of shit planted. What about you? Yeah. Could you get much sleep? My God, I just want to go to bed so I can see my kid grow up. Stop it. Wake up, Bessie. 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 There we go. I'm Bessie. Latte. Oops. How's the fertilizer going? I slept okay? Oh, love it. Yeah, it's nice and cozy out. So foggy and rainy. I love it so much. And I've got iced coffee. Life is good. Iconic. What I'm most excited about is that now we get to go to bed and we get to see our kid grow up. Wait, let's make sure Takakura is our buddy.
Oh. Hmm?
And let's go double check that we didn't miss any flowers or anything. Ba-dum-bum-bum. I don't know. Last minute, y'all. Is there anywhere we should take our kid to? It's our last chance, our last couple of hours to take our kid somewhere. Take him to Gordy's place? Smart. We did take him to the manor today. We've taken him to the manor and Vestas. Let's get him artsy. Go drop him off at Gordy's. Ooh. Okay. I'm interested to see what he'll be into. Me too. I'm excited. I think we've socialized him pretty well. Seems like he's talked to everyone at least once. We dropped him off at Chris's a few times, the manor, Gordy's, Vestas, the archaeological site.
Yo.
Look at what I did. Look at Mr. Turtle. Wow, let me go. Okay, you know what? You're happy. You're having fun. Get some of these flowers, and then we can call it. Maybe I should take a shower before I go to bed just to restore some extra energy. Since we're getting up early, I don't know how much energy we'll actually get to restore. We're going to need all of it. Tomorrow is going to be a slog. Huh? Xander? What? He's not here? Better start checking around. Xander was too late in getting home. Oh well. You know how worried I was, Xander. From now on, make sure you're home before dark. Got that? Good night, Xander. Well, you know, that was entirely the kid, and not us at all. No new requests. It does happen. I once had it happen 3 times in one playthrough, and my spouse was furious at me. Unless you take the kid out too late. Yeah. Oh, wait. I was just saying we need to do this. Okay, y'all. I am going to be right back. I have to run to the restroom. And I want to be able to like fully focus on this chapter 3 intro and not be thinking about how badly I have to pee. So I'm gonna be back in just 1 second. Morning, just gonna lurk while I play. Welcome, Drakely. Good to see ya. Morning, Drakely. Zach went to the little bottom room. Wishful thinking, yeah. All right, are you all ready? Chapter 3. Oh my god. Chapter 3. Welcome back, Zach. Xander's asleep now. Zzz. Milking cows. Aww. Oh, yeah, he's been watching a lot of TV lately. TV animals, Momo cows and Baba sheeps. Oh, he wants to be a rancher. And you think he's got interested in farm work? Every time those farming shows come on, he plops right down in front of the TV, all business. Might be a sign. That's gotta be it. Yeah, I'm with you there. Heck, Xander might even start helping you take care of the chores someday. Pretty nice thought, huh? Oh, several years later. Your grandson's growing by the day. He's a little ray of sunshine, that one. Must have gotten all that sweetness from Zach. Definitely didn't get it from Matthew. He's so adorable. Look at that smile. Then again, he's at that age where he wants to copy everything Zach does. Oh, he's fishing. I even see him trying to help Matthew out sometimes. Emphasis on the trying, of course. Well, anyway, I think this kid's got a bright future ahead. Can't wait to see what it brings. Oh, and Zach expanded the house again. Since the farm's doing so well, he built a room for Xander. It's important for kids to have their own space as they grow up, you know? You ask me, Zach's really taken to parenthood well. Makes me realize the years flying by, and I'm not getting any younger. Oh my god! It's so cute! Got some iced coffee, by the way, it's needed. I completely believe that, Drakely. I've got iced coffee right next to me. Good day to you, Zach. Mistress Romana will be holding a New Year's celebration at the villa today. I sought you out in order to extend an invitation. It would be our greatest pleasure to have you take part in the festivities. We will be receiving guests from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m., so please do come by. Ah yes, every year our guests bring their culinary creations to the party. A potluck, if you will. I recognize that it may be difficult for you to procure a suitable contribution on such short notice, but I do hope that you might exercise your culinary talents anyway. I'm certain that Mistress Romana would be most pleased if you do. Well then, we shall await your arrival. Remember, please come to the villa between 10 and 5. And if possible, bring a contribution of some sort to share. Now, if you will excuse me. Reached chapter 3, blessings. Found 50 of the 88 wonders. Did you buy turnips to sell? No, I did not. I forget if I answered that. As watching your VODs and knowing you're a min-maxer like me, I took your advice to heart and did more research. I like to think that I'm always trying to do the best I can, but there's definitely probably, I'll be the first to say there's probably better ways to min-max. I just try to balance doing as much as possible with also having fun. Like if I really wanted to min-max, I would have hybridized all of my tree seeds with my S tier seeds so that way they'd all be S tier from the start. But then it's like there's no point in having the fertilizing machines and we need to use those anyway, so making them B rank just makes me feel like we've got some value from it. Like, things like that. But I do think the idea of having like the different types of cows and the sheep is a good thing. Like I do stand by that advice. Okay, let's see if we need to get as many planted as humanly possible before 8 o'clock. Okay, straw blueies, blue potatoes. Picaros. Okay, we need to see in terms of growth time. Okay, the easiest, fastest one is squash, crop 2. So we won't plant squash just yet. Damn. Okay, so squash, we're saving squash. Something has gone wildly wrong. This is bad. Okay, we got some of that done. Now we just need to aggressively fertilize the whole entire field as fast as humanly possible. We did it, y'all. Lord. Okay, I realized for year one I only need like 1 strawberry, 1 tomato, some basic farm resources from cows and chickens, and some cooked food, which are based on season. That's fair. Yeah, if that works for you, that's awesome. I think I just get too stressed out if I'm like trying to min-max too closely. But I know some people love that. Ooh. Hors d'oeuvres, sashimi. Man, we're running low on fish. Yeah. Wait, there we go. Hey, hey, Papa Zach. Does Kate's dad wear those clothes when he's sleeping too? That first bite of the omelet you gave me made my whole day. Okay, so he likes omelets. Butler soup. Plants by the shore. Inspector Badget. You found Xander's diary. Read it? Yes. Papa Zach always seems really busy, but he's still super nice to me. I love him. It's a trash bin. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay, so he's shot up. He's really good at farming and ranching. He's good at academics and athletics. Like, kind of good at athletics, art, and music, but mainly good at farming. With academics as a second. But he likes farming more. So looking like some of these trees have upgraded to A or S rank, which is nice. Oh, and we need to get some of those in the seed maker. That's right. So focused on planting everything that I completely forgot about that. And man, I planted everything so badly. I was stressing. Let's see. Tay still likes us a bit. Romana likes us a bit. Gavin likes us a bit. Son and Kate like us. Gary thinks we're fine. Baddock doesn't care if we live or die. Charlie thinks we're cool. Carter and Flora think we're cool. Our cat's slowly hating us less and less. Ooh, egg tart. Let's do a little digging. See what it's like now. Ooh, shit. Yo. Hey, we'll call that good for today. I mean, we got a golden object. Oh my gosh, you so much bigger. Hey, yeah. I heard that spirits live in the woods. Nobody's ever seen any, though. Oh my gosh. Little Matthew's running, I mean, little Xander's running around. Where you going, little buddy? Look at him, he's his own person. Wait, I forget, did we just milk the cow? We did not. Well, the Takaros are flowering, at least. So there is that. Adorable. Treasure tracker discovered 3 types of golden artifacts in the ruin. Yeah. I am a little sleepy. We made it to chapter 3. We got all our hybrids. We got them planted. I think I might call it. And then potentially I may end up doing an afternoon stream of Animal Crossing New Horizons. We'll see. I should turn the alarm off. Can't believe we're to chapter 3 already. We're almost halfway done. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Fern Dog. You're the best. Let's see. Is there anyone playing Story of Seasons? No, just us. How about Pioneers of Olive Town? Nothing in English. Okay. This stream, talk to you in the Discord, then I got something to update. Thanks for the stream, W stream. Shucks, thank y'all. Hope you have a great day. And I'm not seeing anyone to raid. How about... I think we might just call it. All right. See y'all. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.